together. So this has been getting quite a lot of buzz. Alison Brie and Dave Franco, real life married couple, starring in it.
So I went into this not sure what to expect. I'd spoke to you earlier in the day because, you know, my wife comes to the cinema and I said, is this a one that's she's gonna like? Because I'm running on a tightrope here with my missus. We both really enjoyed it. This, for me, got the mix of spooky weirdness, stroke horror, stroke romance, stroke a little bit of comedy. So it was a full package. This was a one where, and it's going to sound ridiculous, and I know we're going to talk about the detail later on, but this was a one where I thought, actually, this is a date type movie because it is about relationships. It is about love and you know what I mean? I didn't feel, I probably lied to her and say, I'm taking you to see a romantic comedy. I really did. You know, just with weird shit in it.
It's a very weird movie though. So I was like, that could go either way. And I said I probably wouldn't risk her hating it, you know? I liked it quite a lot. I wouldn't say I loved it. There was a lot of buzz about it, how like, you know, sharp the script was and how funny it was and stuff. And I would say I was interested the entire time about what was happening. I did kind of feel like I connected a couple of dots before, like the reveal towards the end as well. But I just think it's a good time. Like it has really good scares. I think they come quite suddenly out of nowhere a lot of the time, and that kind of got me as well. But like the core relationship here I thought was just so expertly done in the film.
Perfect. I enjoyed this, and you're gonna go, oh, no. I enjoyed this more than Weapons. I think this is a better film than Weapons. You know, I'm a grumbly old man, so I do like to have a bit of a moan. There's one good scene which we'll talk about in a bit, but I do feel, again, they revealed too much in the trailers for this. A lot of the good 100%. Shocky type stuff, like the eating of the hair and the stuck together, I could have done without seeing all that in the trailer. You know what I mean?
I found myself anticipating what I had seen in the trailer quite a lot. I'm like, oh, this is going to be the bit where there's something wrong with his face. You can see when she turns the light on. Oh, this is going to be the bit where they're song there.
Yeah, in the shower, banging around in the shower or the car, but you know, yeah.
If I'd gone in completely blind, I think I would have probably enjoyed it a lot more as well.
Yes.
Like not knowing where it was going. It's only really the last like 10 minutes or so that's probably completely kept from the trailer.
Well, yeah, there's the last 10 minutes, and then there's one scene in particular, which we'll talk about at some point, which I wasn't anticipating, but that wasn't in the trailer at all, was it? No. But yeah, you know, overall, I thought it was great. I didn't realize they're married in real life, and I don't know that I've seen him in a lot, to be honest. But I thought he was great in this. I thought they were both phenomenal.
Mostly bit parts, like he's in mostly comedy stuff. James Franco's brother. Yeah, but like Alison Brie is an actress I've been a fan of for like one of my favorite actresses for a very long time. Community, that she was excellent in. She's really good in Scream 4. Throughout it, I was just like, okay, what's going on here? We got the bells. As soon as a cult was mentioned, I'm like, okay, that's obviously going to be relevant to it, this cult thing. And then I did start to suspect the neighbor at a point that he was somewhat involved in it.
Yeah, I think not when he met her in the school. I think when he came around her house, I thought, oh, he's a bit weird. But then when she went to his house and he mentioned that she saw a picture of his husband, I thought, yep, he's joined. He's one of them, kind of thing. But it didn't. I mean, I thought it was interesting that it didn't try and disguise what the thing was. Do you know what I mean? I mean, literally, the first scene in the movie tells you, oh yeah, you drink the water, you turn into a melded thing. So there was no hiding that. Do you know what I mean?
It's a magic well. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's a bit like, what was that other film we watched, which you didn't like the wishing water kind of thing, Night Swim. So it's the magic kind of genie water kind of thing or whatever. It doesn't explain how or why or what. It just says, yeah, big puddle of dirty water, drink from it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's stupid mind, isn't he? Franco, he's stupid. Underground manky cave, and there's a still pool. I just have a slurp with that. And he's got that magic test, hasn't he? He has a mouthful. Goes, oh, it's fine. Oh, yeah, great.
He just tastes okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's no microbes in this.
Now, I'm assuming, I said to the missus, and I don't know if you think the same, the dog bit happened the same night. So they squidged together the same night. Theirs was much longer. And I think that's because he drank the water, she didn't. So he was feeling the connection. Then when she went round to the teacher's house, he said, I'll get you a glass of water. And that's when she started feeling the connection and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's really clever. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I didn't cop that. Oh, I like that. That's really good.
James. Oh, we're gonna talk about the the scene
Yes.
in it.
Okay. So you have various scenes. Like we haven't even said what like the movie is about. If anyone like doesn't care about spoilers and is watching this anyway, but effectively, Dave Franco and Alison Brie play a not married couple. They're just
significant others or something they call it,
significant
boyfriends,
others, partners.
Yeah.
Who move to kind of this isolated town because of like the boyfriend's mental health kind of struggles, just to get away from everything, and they start kind of being like magically supernaturally like attached to each other, and they're kind of they're feeling each other's bodies literally pull, and they're starting to like conjoin and stuff, like morph into one person. So there's a scene various ones are in the trailer, but
listen, let's be honest, there are a couple who've been together for a long time, and I think we've all been through this. Let's be honest, gentlemen who are watching, they're going through a dry patch. They haven't had sexual intercourse for a long time. And then because of this conjoining thing, the urge overcomes them in a like a kid's school bathroom. It's a bit rough.
Bathroom in a school.
That's weird, isn't it? Damn, slightly dirty. Anyway, and they get down and dirty, don't they? And he bangs her in the cubicle, which is
in the bathroom stall. And then, you know, in a movie about people who get joined together, what happens, Peter?
His Tinky Winky gets stuck in her foof, doesn't it?
There's a shot of him like trying to pull it out, and it's just stuck
stretching. It's like Mr. Fantastic, isn't it? It's like we're watching Fantastic Four again.
That was. I mean, there wasn't a lad in my screen that didn't.
Ooh, yeah, and I have to say, my wife kind of covered her face at that point, because it was pretty rough. I have to say, mate, I thought they might take it a step further because his bits really are stuck inside her, and there is, like James says, a great scene where I wasn't expecting it, mind, I have to say, where you literally see his penis being pulled, stretched. I thought we were going to get some tearing. I thought we were going to get some rippage.
Yeah, I thought that like some of his skin was going to be like you'd see it.
Yeah,
he got a circumcision, you know.
True story. And I like to share, James. True story. My wife turned to us afterwards and said that wouldn't be a problem for you because it doesn't even touch the sides. Ooh. Bitch.
Yeah, like in terms of like the scares in this, pretty much all of like the scary bits are hallucinations or dreams.
Yes.
Like Dave Franco had a kind of incident with his parents.
So basically his father dies and his mum has a bit of a breakdown and still continues to get into bed with the dead body for a few weeks or months, I think. And there's a scene where you see her face just kind of staring at you, and that's one of the most disturbing bits in the film.
Well, one of the scariest bit was when they're in bed and he looks down and the bed is like long and they're on the other side and she's staring, and then he pulls the covers up and she's underneath the covers. I was like, oh God. The scares in this were very effective, I felt.
But interestingly, I mean, I'm thinking back to it now, interestingly, other than the ones you've already seen in the trailer, there's not a lot of like jump scares or shock scenes. What did you think of, well, we have a scene in the middle where the hands conjoin. By the end, we've got like a full-on kind of weird morphing together, scratching each other's spinal columns under the skin type thing. What did you think of the special effects? Because you know that I'm a bit of a stickler for CGI and I get upset about that.
Nothing stood out to me as being bad.
Yeah.
So I think it looked quite convincing, to be fair. And I think it is more so the imagery of like someone's hand underneath someone's skin and stuff like that. So there was never a point in the movie where I was like, that looks like crap.
Yeah. So interestingly for me, being a CGI twister, it didn't bother us in this film. Yes, obviously it looks made up because it's made up, but it didn't jump out as horrific CGI or anything like that. I don't know how much of it was practical effects and how much was CGI.
But like we have this, the final scene of the movie, they've sort of like reconciled and they admit that they love each other because they go through various patches throughout the movie. Their only options is either one of us dies or we just do this, and they're like, okay, so they accept it. And then unlike the previous couple that just never accepted it, and so they become this weird conjoined monster kind of thing that they say, okay, we'll just do this and we'll be one person. And then it ends with her parents showing up for lunch, and the door opens and it's like a new person, so they are literally one.
I mean, I like the fact the film ends and we haven't really got any answers or any explanation or anything like that. I presumed that the couple in the cave were resistant to it, but also one of them had a knife in its head. So I think one had died whilst they were being conjoined. They'd either killed themselves or something. So
he took the knife, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So the creature in the cave had never kind of completed because one half of it was dead, I guess.
I was expecting like a full cult to show up in it, but like the Parmesan there's just this one guy that's like left over. You know, there is almost sort of a nice sentiment to what they're trying to do, where they're like people who are in love are two halves of one person, so we just try and bring them together. And I'm like, there's a nice idea behind that, I think.
Yeah,
at least, you know?
I reckon we could conjoin, whatever. Do you know, it would just be my ginger head with your beard. Do you think? Do you think that's what it would look like?
It's too much sexy for the world, Pete, I think.
It would be like the Blob, wouldn't it?
So that's our review of Together. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. We review all the latest horror movies in the cinema, and we have episodes of I'll Be Right Back on retro horror movies. We also have One Good Scare live every second Friday. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.